People love to talk about luck, as if it's this magical force that picks favorite. We point at someone's success and say, they got lucky. We attribute fortune to chance, timing, or fate. But if you look closer, if you peel back the layers, you'll see that luck isn't nearly as random as it seems. Most of the people we think of as lucky were simply positioned, prepared, and persistent. What looks like a coincidence is often the result of choices made long before the spotlight ever found them. Think about it. The person who lands their dream job out of nowhere probably spent years honing skills no one saw. The artist who got discovered overnight spent decades creating, failing, refining. The entrepreneur who caught a break likely faced 100 closed doors before one finally opened. From the outside, we see the moment. From the inside, it's a lifetime of invisible work. That's the truth about luck. It favors motion. It gravitates toward people who are already in play. So let's set the stage clearly. You are not powerless to luck. You are not waiting for fortune to roll the dice in your favor. You are capable of engineering your own luck, stacking the odds, creating conditions so opportunities find you. Luck is less like a lottery ticket and more like planting seeds in a garden. You don't control when the rain falls or how strong the sun shines, but you do control the soil, the planting, and the care. And when the season is right, your garden looks a whole lot luckier than the one never tended. There's a phrase you've heard before, being in the right place at the right time. It sounds like serendipity, like something outside your control. But here's the truth. You may not always control time, but you can control place. You can choose where you stand, who you surround yourself with, and the spaces you enter. You can place yourself where opportunities circulate. If you're not in the room, you can't get picked. If you're not visible, luck won't recognize you. So one piece of creating luck is simply showing up, again and again, even when it feels pointless, especially when it feels pointless. Now, let's talk about readiness. What use is an opportunity if you're not prepared to seize it? Imagine someone hands you a microphone in front of a stadium and says, go. If you've never spoken, never prepared, never rehearsed, what happens? You freeze. The opportunity evaporates. But if you've been practicing, if you've been quietly building, suddenly that same moment looks like luck, but really, it's the reward of readiness. Opportunity doesn't wait for you to get ready. It rewards those who already are. This is where discipline enters the story. Behind every so-called lucky break is someone who stayed up late, who put in hours no one applauded, who kept sharpening their tools in silence. They weren't chasing applause, they were building capacity. That's what makes them look lucky when the spotlight swings their way. Now here's the catch. Preparation without positioning still stalls. You can be brilliant, skilled, and hardworking, but if you keep yourself hidden, isolated, unseen, the world won't know you exist. That's why connection matters. Opportunities don't float in the air, they move through people. Through conversations, introductions, and relationships. The bridges you build today become the paths luck travels to reach you tomorrow. So ask yourself, who am I surrounding myself with? Do they push me forward or keep me anchored? Am I around people who inspire growth or those who drain energy? If you want luck, stand near momentum. Align yourself with those who are building, creating, and stretching. Their fire sparks yours, and yours in turn becomes visible to opportunities that would otherwise pass you by. But even then, mindset makes the difference. Two people can walk into the same room and one sees nothing while the other sees possibilities. Why? Perspective. Some are tuned to scarcity, convinced that good fortune belongs only to others. Others are tuned to abundance, scanning for possibilities in every corner. The difference is not luck, it's vision. Train your eyes to see chances where others see obstacles, and suddenly you start catching breaks that others swear don't exist. Think about resilience. Because let's be real, even if you're prepared and positioned, doors will still close, plans will still collapse, you will still face rejection. That's not proof of bad luck, that's life shaping you for the door that will eventually open. Every rejection is a rehearsal. Every setback sharpens you. What looks like a delay is sometimes divine timing. The people who get labeled lucky are often the ones who kept standing long enough for timing to align with persistence. Take Thomas Edison. People remember the light bulb, they remember the brilliance, they rarely remember the thousands of failed attempts. Each failure looked unlucky. Each one could have been the end, but he reframed failure as information, as progress. He said, I haven't failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. And eventually one way did. To the outside world, he looked lucky. To him, it was inevitable. Or think about J.K. Rowling. Manuscript after manuscript, rejection after rejection, a stack of no's taller than her hope some days. But she kept writing. She kept believing. And when one publisher finally said yes, the world called it a lucky break. But that luck was the fruit of resilience meeting timing. So where does this leave you? It leaves you with a challenge. Stop treating luck as something mystical. Treat it as something practical, something you can cultivate through clarity, action, and connection. Clarity about what you want. Action toward that vision, even in small steps. And connection with people and places where opportunity flows. Think of clarity as your compass. You can't attract opportunities if you don't even know what you're aiming for. Vague wishes don't magnetize luck, specific visions do. Action is your fuel. Waiting drains momentum, but action, however small, builds momentum. And connection is your network, your grid, the channels through which luck travels. Build bridges, nurture relationships, and luck finds more ways to reach you. Now, here's the truth many don't like to admit. Luck often disguises itself as work. It shows up wearing the clothes of inconvenience, discomfort, and risk. Opportunities rarely look glamorous at first. They often look like extra hours, difficult conversations, or stepping into spaces where you feel like an imposter. But if you keep stepping, you keep saying yes, those disguised moments open doors you never imagined. The danger is in waiting. Too many people sit back wishing for luck while doing nothing to create it. They treat life like a lottery, hoping their numbers get called. But life rewards builders, not wishers. It rewards those who prepare, who position, who persist. Luck isn't a lightning strike, it's a fire you learn to spark yourself. So let me ask, what are you doing today to create luck for tomorrow? Are you investing in your growth, sharpening your tools, putting yourself in places that stretch you? Are you taking chances even when they scare you? Or are you hiding, waiting, blaming chance for what preparation and positioning could change? The challenge isn't to control everything you can't. Timing still plays its part. But your responsibility is to be ready, to be visible, to be resilient. When you do that, timing stops being random. It becomes inevitable. Because when preparation meets opportunity, the world calls it luck. But you'll know better. And here's the irony. Once you start creating your own luck, others will dismiss your success as chance. They won't see the years of work, the setbacks, the choices. They'll just see the moment and call it lucky. That's fine. Let them call it luck. You'll know it was a strategy. You'll know it was grit. You'll know it was you. So don't wait for luck to find you. Position yourself so you can't miss you. Prepare so thoroughly that when the door cracks open, you sprint through. Persist so fiercely that rejection doesn't deter you. Connect so deeply that opportunities flow through your network. That's how you create luck. That's how you stop being a spectator and start being the person fortune can't ignore. Because at the end of the day, luck isn't found, it's built. And you can start building it today.